Okay, hi, welcome back to my channel, Midnight Makes, my little crafty corner of the internet. Today is a Flosstube update, and this will be my April and May update. I didn't film at the end of April because just didn't. So I will be showing off 2 months worth of stitching, which honestly it looks like a lot, but it's really not. I have a lot of small finishes, a little bit of progress on bigger projects, but that's about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I have a couple finishes. So the first finish for, I believe it was in April, I don't know. The first finish for this episode is my Ukrainian geometric sampler. Let me get something for the background, is my Ukrainian geometric sampler. This is from Less Magic Arts Patterns on Etsy. I used the called for colors. The only modifications that I made were adding the date and adding Glory to Ukraine in Ukrainian. I had so much fun with this one. I didn't think I would, just because you're repeating the same section over and over again, but it was actually so much fun and I really enjoyed it. It hasn't been ironed or anything. I usually don't iron my patterns until I go to finish them off, which I have not FFO'd anything in a while. So I should probably get to that because I have a huge Ziploc filled with finishes. But I absolutely love the way this one turned out. I think I'll just finish it in a hoop. Let me think. I'm trying to remember to do all of the things I was supposed to say. So this is 18 count white Aida. It's just the stuff that you can get at Michael's. You used to be able to get at Joann's and I think Walmart. I got some of these at Walmart. They had a sale, I think last summer, and I got a whole bunch of them. But it's just the plain 18 count white Aida and the called for colors, but it turned out absolutely stunning. I love it. Okay, so the next project is a freebie from Stitch X Love on Instagram. And that is vintage crafts, not vintage values. I am somebody that loves vintage crafts. I cross stitch, I embroider, I tat, I knit, I sew my own clothes, you know, the vintage things, but obviously I don't carry the vintage values because there's a lot of vintage values that are well out of date. So but anyways, I love stitching this one. Haven't figured out how I'm going to finish it. My husband picked the colors, 310 for the black, and then the flower things are 666, 972, and 3838, all DMC. And this is an 18 count that I coffee dyed. Again, this was beautiful. It was a quick stitch. I think I did it in one evening and I really enjoyed it. I don't know how I'm going to finish it, but I'll probably finish it in a rectangle somehow. I have no idea. Okay, and then my next finish I don't have on me, and it is a finish for me. I will put in a picture, but the project is, I'm part of a group on Instagram where we are doing a round robin of ink circles patterns, and I got to do a quarter of wildflowers, which is obviously by ink circles. I think it was on a 28 or 25 count, 2 over 2, and I think she used the called for DMC colors except for one. I honestly have no idea. It has been since gone on to the other person, and I actually think it was the first finish for the group. But I got to do my quarter, and it was so much fun. It was definitely one that, if I was stitching it for myself, I would not have picked, but it was fun to stitch it for someone else. Okay. The next pattern, or next finish I have, let me see, they're out of order, is the Dino Love. I don't know what these patterns are called. I just call it Dino Love in my notes. These are from Allerton Embroidery on Etsy. They have a whole bunch of, like a whole set of these. I have 3. I have this one, another one that I finished, which you'll see next, and then I have another one that I have not stitched yet. But this is the little 2 Dinos in Love. This was a quick stitch. I don't even know how many stitches it was, but it was so much fun. I need to do more small stitching because a lot of the projects that I do take so long. So it's fun to make quick progress and finish them quickly. So for Dino Love, this is another 18 count. The black is 310 and the heart is DMC color variant 4200. Sorry if you see me looking over here, my computer's over here and I have all of my notes because I don't want to forget to say anything. But this was another super cute, fun finish. The next one is same company, and that is the Dinos with the little baby pram. Again, another quick, fun stitch. Again, 18 count, again, DMC 310. The pram I did in color variant 4025. Again, fun, quick stitch. I probably am going to do these into little round finishes. I'm not, not sure. Okay, so my next finish is another quick finish, and this is a Palestinian flag heart. I don't remember when, but a month or 2 ago, a group of cross stitchers, designers got together and made a Stitch for Gaza bundle with a bunch of patterns, and you didn't pay for the bundle, you donated to a GoFundMe to help a family to escape the Gaza Strip, and it raised a bunch of money, but you donated to the GoFundMe, sent your receipt to the organizers, and they sent you a bundle, and this was one of the patterns. I have a bunch that I plan to stitch from it, but this is just the first one that I got to, and Camp X Stitch was the designer that donated this pattern. But I love the way this one turned out. It's super cute. I always love flags inside of hearts, so it was fun to stitch, and obviously the bundle was for a good cause. Okay, my Next is another one that I do not have on me, and it is another round robin for the Ink Circles group that I'm in, and it is turtles all the way down. And this is one that is going to have 12 turtles stacked up, and so everyone in our group is going to stitch on it at one point or another. So I got it second, so here it is. Mine is the bottom turtle, and for it, the lady that this one belongs to asked us to pick a variegated green and like our favorite shades of green or so. So I used DMC color variant 4040 for the shell, and I used DMC 3812 for the body. Again, this was another one that was super fun, and honestly, I think I'm probably going to end up buying this pattern and stitching it because I had so much fun on it, and I would love to have a pile of turtles in my favorite DMC colors. Okay, so the next finish I have is a freebie, another freebie, and this is the Mushroom Head X-Face. They're a band. If you're a metalhead, you might know of them. So Thread, I was scrolling through Instagram, actually I was watching stories, and Thread Poetic posted a freebie on his stories with this little pattern, and all you had to do was message him and he sent it to you. And oh my gosh, I was so excited I saw this, and I was like, I need it now. I love Mushroom Head. My husband loves Mushroom Head. My son loves Mushroom Head. So I stitched it up, and it turned out so pretty. It's 18 count, 310. I absolutely love it. I'm probably gonna have to stitch another one of these because my husband would really like one in red, so I will probably end up stitching a second one. I apologize if you can hear laughing or noises in the background. It is Sunday, my boys are home and they are watching TV, and I can hear them laughing at what they're watching. So I love it so much, and I have a bunch of music related patterns that I want to do, and I'd love to have like somewhere on my wall just covered in music related patterns. So that was another finish. My next and last finish is actually not something that I've stitched on in the last couple months. I stitched on it in January, March. I believe I stitched on it in March, and that is my my pick for the Ink Circles round robin that we're doing, and that is Elegant Squid. So when I finished my quarter, I sent it off to Eli at Thick Threads on Instagram. He's also on YouTube. I will link him below. He's on like Seconder. I think he's done 2 podcasts. I've watched 2. He might have come out with another one, and I'm just behind. I'm behind on watching Flosstubes. But he finished his quarter, and it's off to the next person. I am absolutely loving it. I chose 18 count. I do 18 count for most things. And I chose 666 for the squid because I designed it, or I wanted it to, resemble. I picked my colors to resemble the Humboldt squid or the red devil squid. So I picked 666, which, as we know, is the DMC. I think they call it Christmas red, but it's red. And then for the water, I wanted a big contrast, and I wanted it to kind of blend in a little bit with the fabric. So I picked 828. I'm so excited to see who, I know who it's going to next, but I can't wait to see how it looks the next two people. So that is all of my finishes. Now let's move on to my whips, which are completely out of order in my tub because I just tossed them in there. So my first whip is I don't know why I put my magazine away, I need it, is my Witcher Silhouettes. This was a pattern off of Etsy. I cannot remember if I was able to find it again. I forgot. Here's what it looked like last time. And here's what it looks like now. So I went up, dang it. I went up, and then I'm filling in this color, which is all one color. And then once that color is done, I just have to fill in the wolf and a few little bits. Dang it. This is a needle minder off of Etsy years ago, and it's very heavy, so it's moving my thing. I am loving this. I will eventually finish it. It's just a lot of block stitching, and it's not really that interesting. It's good for when I don't want to think, but other than that, I will eventually get it done. It's just a slow process, and I love it. But I love The Witcher. Ooh, sorry, I moved my foot and bumped the tripod. I love The Witcher books, the games. I was loving the TV show. I've seen the photos of the new actor, and I don't think I will be watching anymore, which sucks because I really liked it. But I love this one. It is going to be so pretty when it's finished. So this is an 18 count dyed fabric from Fortnite Fabrics. I bought this probably 3-4 years ago. And I'm using all the called for DMC, obviously, and I'm sitting at 8,621 stitches complete, which has me at 84.32%. So I'm getting there, and eventually it will be a finish, definitely this year. I just don't know, when. Okay, my next whip is buried, and this is a terrible start to my next whip. So Eli from Thick Threads is hosting a sale for Fat Bear sale, and it goes from, I think it was going from May to Fat Bear Week, which is in October, I believe. And I picked this project off of Etsy. It is from Stitches Lovers Shop is the name of the company. That's all I did. I started it on the first week of the sale, and then I have not touched it since. I have 98 stitches done, which is like 1.17%. It's not much. This is an 18 count called for DMC. Eventually, I will work on this. I'll probably end up working on it later in the summer. It just hasn't been a priority for me. Honestly, cross-stitching has not been a priority lately. I've been doing a lot of knitting and sewing, and cross-stitching usually is more of a winter hobby for me. So I'll get there eventually. Okay, and my next project is from Quartarian Creations, and that is the Forest Fairy Tales Sal. It was the Sal that she did last summer. I'll put a picture up if I can find a... Sorry, my nose itches. If I can find the picture of the finished Sal. So I bought the pattern last summer, started it, didn't like my colors, ripped it out, and then a year later she was getting ready to start her next Burrow Tail Sal, and I knew that I needed to get started on this one if I wanted to be able to start the Burrow Tails. So I got started on it, and this is how much I got to. I just started in the bottom corner. Some random floss. Dang it. Some random floss on there. This is an 18 count. I'm gonna repeat myself repeatedly this episode. And I'm using 310, 817, and 3812. I didn't do a whole lot, but I got it started, and that was my point. You know, my goal was to get it started before Burrow Tails started. Both the Floss Drop needle minder and the stamp needle minder are from Emily at Crafty Emily here on YouTube and Instagram. But yes, so I got to 855 stitches complete, which is 5.33% of the pattern done. I'll work on it eventually. I love it. I love all of Maria from Quartarian Creations. I love all of her stuff, so I'm gonna get there. Okay, and then my next whip is Burrow Tails, which I started a little while after it came out, and I have only gotten started on part 1. Part 2 and 3 are out now. I am using DMC 780, 911, and 915 on an 18 count. I won't post a picture of what it looks like because it's not done yet. I just got started. This is the top of the owl. I have not added in my red color yet, which I'll get to eventually, but I really love the designs. I think the third part just came out the other day, and it's got bats hanging upside down. There's a tree trunk here hanging from a branch, and they're so cute, and I can't wait to do it. So I'll probably, because it's summer and cross stitching's not a priority, I will probably pick one cross stitch to work on all summer, which probably will be this one. The only caveat to that is I have 2 more round robin pieces coming. I have another quarter and another 12-parter coming to me, and so those are priority stitching. But then I probably pick up this one because I am loving it, and I would like to actually finish Sal's. I start Sal's but I don't actually finish them because that's me. Okay, and my last project I started on Mother's Day, and this is what it'll look like. It's called Keeper of Wisdom, and it is a sea otter holding a Japanese glass float. I love sea otters. I love Japanese glass floats. And I got a message from a friend of mine, and it was about a artist in Fairbanks, Alaska, a local Alaskan artist, who was now had signed a contract with Unconventional X Stitch to chart some of her work. And I immediately had to buy this one because I absolutely love sea otters, all that. Plus, I wanted to support a local Alaskan artist. So the designer is Brianna Reagan. And it's, like I said, it's charted by Unconventional X Stitch. And this is how much I got started. Which way does the go? I have no idea. I did a center start, so Jesus, I think it goes like this. I don't know. There are a few different shades of brown in it. This is like the part of the sea otter, and the blue mark is actually, I think it goes like this because of my threads. The blue mark is just my water soluble pen. I was marking the center of the fabric. Needle minder is from Emily, Crafty Emily again. Oh, I forgot to say, this needle minder stamp is also from Crafty Emily. So yeah, I didn't get a lot started. I did 155 stitches, which is not even 0.2% of the pattern. But I just wanted to get it started because I bought it. And I'm really excited to see it come along. So yes, that is all of my whips. Like I said, I haven't really been in the cross stitch mood. I have a hard time focusing on some projects, some crafts. But I will eventually get to them. But like I said, I have 2 round robins for the Ink Circles group, and those are coming. They should be here. One should be here Monday. And then the other one should be shipped out soon as well. So I'll be working on those. And I will probably focus on the Burrow Tails Sal, just because I'm most excited about that. Other than that, I really don't have very many plans for June or for the summer. My son and I are going out of town for 2 weeks in June, and I don't normally travel with cross stitches just because it's just, I like to cross stitch on my couch with my light, with my tablet, and with my cross stitch stand, and that's where I stitch. I don't really tend to stitch anywhere else. So I won't be taking any projects with me on that vacation, cross stitch wise. Knitting wise, I have plans. That's another episode. But that is all I have for today. Thank you for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you on the next Flosstube, which might not be till July, August. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Okay. Bye.